Throughout my musical journey, I've allowed for curiosity to take me on tangents and side quests that would eventually contribute to my success. I'm Justin Aswell, founder of Aswell Music. I'm a musician, artist, DJ, promoter, finger drummer, sound engineer, record producer, and music educator. I know it's a lot, but I'll probably add more. Ever since I was 8 years old and my brother was in marching band, uh, I knew I wanted to be a percussionist. My mom would drop me off when she was working on the color guard, um, and doing all their flags and stuff, and the drumline babysat me. So that's when I knew that being a percussionist was uh, unavoidable. It was gonna happen. Even to the point where we ran into a pretty significant hiccup in my journey. My sixth grade teacher forgot to give out the forms for band. Everyone had signed up for all the cool instruments, including snare drum, by the time I was applying, and they were not going to budge. So my mom calls the music director and is basically like, "You're making a huge mistake. This kid needs to be in band. You got to let him in. He's not going to play saxophone or flute. He needs to be on snare drum." And they're going back and forth having this argument, and I hear them. And in the background, I say, "Wait, I want to be a percussionist." Um, I'd already been exposed to the whole drum line, the pit, the mallets, the tenors, all of that stuff. I wanted to know how to play all of it. And when he heard me say percussionist, he said, "Wait a minute. I don't normally do this, but he can play mallets. I'll let him be mallets. And he can essentially still be a percussionist." And that ended up getting me into college. I would get accepted into a handful of schools, all that would tell me exactly what I was going to learn, except for one. Rick Dior at UNC Charlotte asked me what my purpose for getting a music degree was. And I was blown away that he cared. I was kind of nervous, but I still told him that I didn't want to be a music instructor at a high school and I didn't want to be in the symphony. I wanted to be a record producer. And he was okay with that. In fact, he said that he would incorporate that into the curriculum. So while I was in school, he allowed for me to learn about audio engineering. We studied hand percussion and world music. He had me playing drum set. He even had concerts where he composed songs that incorporated the MPC into the pieces that we performed. It was crazy. Meanwhile, while I'm in college, I'm also pursuing a hip hop career. I'm in the group called Mr. Invisible. We're groundbreaking. We're doing things that people hadn't seen before. I was finger drumming on the MPC live in front of people. Uh, it was a crazy time, and we decided that we should capture it. I had a roommate who had just got a camera, and we heard about a new website called YouTube. And so we set up the camera, and I record an over the head video of me just playing on the MPC. It's like 50 seconds long. Um, and holy crap, it ended up on the homepage of YouTube. You type in www.youtube.com and our videos there. It was crazy. Hundreds of thousands of views. That led to some random company we'd never heard of, Native Instruments, sending us a message on YouTube. We literally thought it was a scam. We had never heard of the company. So we go to their YouTube channel. They've got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. All their videos have millions of views. They're working with the biggest names in electronic music. It was crazy. So we decided, absolutely, we'll go. We flew to LA. We met the owners of the company. We did demos for them. It was an incredibly pivotal part of our career. Huge for me and what I'm doing um, even today. And to think it might not have even happened, because when I was faced with the difficult decision of quitting college or going down and following this opportunity, Rick Dior said, go do it. You can always go back to school. This opportunity will come and go. This is the whole reason you're doing this. Through Native Instruments, I would eventually start doing demos across the country, one of which being A3C in Atlanta, where I would meet DJ Shifty, the world DMC champion at the time. We hit it off and decided that we were going to hang out in New York, and he would also hook me up with this new company, Dubspot, to do tutorials. I went up to New York, hit it off with them. This is where the degrees come into play, because not only did I do tutorials, I kind of was doing a little bit of a job interview too. I felt them asking questions about who I was, what I was doing in my career. And when they found out that I not only had the hip hop career, but also the collegiate education, they really perked up and eventually would offer me a job to be an instructor there. I taught for them for years, and my curiosity would still lead me even further down all kinds of tangents, because I was able to take all these courses for free. That was one of the bigger perks to me. Not even the money, it was all the courses. While teaching, I took a mixing and mastering course under Daniel Wyatt, who was one of their best instructors, who would eventually have a course load so big, so many students, that he decided to ask if I could be his assistant instructor. So I started teaching under him in the mixing and mastering course, and that would eventually lead to me being a professional audio engineer. From what I learned at Dubspot, I had the chance to work with tons of amazing artists in the area. People like Marley Carroll, rapper Shane, groups like Robots Win and Australia Corp. Through working with them, I would start to realize that I cared as much about those records as they did. And that led me to my path forward. Um, Essentially, my purpose is to help artists realize their visions. I've learned through my journey to allow curiosity to be my guide. I don't avoid my weaknesses. In fact, I seek them out and use them as a means to better deepen my skill set, to add range so that I can become a better asset in the studio for myself and all the other artists that I work with. It is now my mission to inspire others to explore their curiosity and give them permission to explore. If you'd like to learn more, you can reach out to me at Justin Aswell on social media, or go to my website, aswellmusic.com.